There was another great version of that on the Too Long in Exile album by Van Morrison, when Van Morrison does a duet with John Lee Hooker on Gloria, and that's incredible as well. Keep your suggestions for Better Than Originals coming into Walker at bbc.co.uk. Thank you for being with us today, and thanks to Liz Barnes and Johnny California from Listen, who produced the show for Radio 2. No rock show next Saturday because it's Glastonbury weekend. I'll be back with Sounds of the 70s next Sunday afternoon from 3. And don't forget, catch up on any recent editions or hear the show again via BBC Sounds, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Johnny Walker saying thanks and take good care, and I'll see you next time. Coming up next is Paul O'Grady. This is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker, and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 5 o'clock. This is Claire Runacres. Rail commuters are facing a week of disruption as 40,000 members of the RMT union staged 3 walkouts about jobs, pay and conditions. Strikes will hit almost all major lines on Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, and there'll be a knock-on effect for other services throughout the week. The Transport Secretary Grant Shapps accused the RMT of punishing millions of people, but the union's Eddie Dempsey defended the action.
Wages in this country have been falling for 30 years. At the same time, corporate profits have been going through the roof. Everyone in this country knows working class people are getting poorer and people at the top are getting richer. And our members are frankly sick of listening to people with very good accents and a lot of money in their bank accounts telling them they've got to be poorer for the good of the economy.
2 teaching unions have said they're considering balloting members on strike action unless the government makes an increased pay offer. The NASUWT is calling for a 12% rise, while the National Education Union said it wanted an increase in line with inflation. But the NEU said it would hold off on a ballot until a report on teachers' pay is released at the end of the school year. The new head of the army has told British troops that they need to prepare to fight Russia. General Patrick Sanders has written to all ranks to outline his goals as the Chief of the Defence Staff. Here's our defence correspondent, General Jonathan Beale.
In this letter, General Sir Patrick Sanders clearly sets out his priorities for the army, and he clearly identifies the greatest current threat, Russia. There is now, he says, a burning imperative to forge an army capable of fighting alongside our allies and defeating Russia in battle. He sets out his goal as the new Chief of the General Staff to accelerate the mobilisation and modernisation of the army, to reinforce NATO and deny Russia the chance to occupy any more of Europe.
French people have 2 more hours to vote in the country's final round of parliamentary elections. The centrist coalition of President Macron is facing stiff competition from an alliance of left-wing parties backing Jean-Luc Mélenchon. Our correspondent in Paris is Hugh Schofield.
Projections are that though Macron will win, there's going to be a big change in the makeup of Parliament, with this new left-wing alliance dominated by the radical far left set to play a very important role in the coming 5 years.
Cycling, and Geraint Thomas has won the Tour of Switzerland. The Ineos Grenadier rider came second in the final stage, the individual time trial, to take overall victory. The British jockey Holly Doyle has become the first woman to win the French Oaks. The 25-year-old rode Nashua to victory in Chantilly just 3 weeks after the pair came third in the English Oaks in Epsom. And the weather, mostly dry and clear tonight, with a few areas of cloud lingering in the east, the far south and the far north. Tomorrow will be dry and bright for almost all areas, but it'll be cloudier with a few spells of rain in northwest Scotland. BBC News, it's 5:03. BBC Radio 2. Orna's got the travel news. How's it looking out there?
Not too bad, Claire. We've got the Sunday night queues now and quite a lot of weekend work, which has closed some parts of the motorways and A roads as well. The M90 and northbound, junction 10 at Craig End, heading up to the A9 at the Broxton roundabout looking slow, and it's looking slow now from Fife to Edinburgh at the Queensferry crossing on the A90 or the M90. So also looking quite slow for you as well. The A69 on the eastbound side in Northumberland at Corbridge. There's been a broken down lorry. It's in one of the lanes there, very near the Stiford roundabout. The queue's still there in Cheshire on the M6 southbound. That's at Woolston at junction 21. Northbound queues have gone now, but Stockport Pyramid around junction 1 clockwise on the M60. All traffic was being held there to clear some debris, so severe delay showing up around Stockport now on the M60, but only on the clockwise side so far. The M62, the westbound queues are there around 27 at Gilderson. It's just through the roadworks, but very slow past Leeds. Then the M6 around 16 at Crews, where they were trying to round up the cow, so they held the traffic back. There's still a queue showing there, as there is on the M1. Now that's southbound at Daventry. Rugby to Daventry, so 18 down to junction 16 looking slow. Southbound, there was a lane closed. There are Sunday night queues on the M40 on the southbound side, junction 4 at High Wycombe Handy Cross roundabout. Very slow just on the approach there from 5 at Stokenchurch. M25 is just the western stretch, but clockwise queues from 10 at Wisley to around 15 at the M4. Slow in patches on that clockwise side, northbound really. And the M3 all open again at 13. I'll be back with more in an hour.
On BBC Sounds, on your